You left this motherfucker?
Hey, how you doing, patriots and jerk-offs alike? It is the 22nd of July, 2017, and just going over a couple things. First of all, we all know Sean Spicer hit the road. He resigned. And I tell you the truth, I can't blame him. I don't think I could have looked over those sea of jerk-offs every day going out for a press conference and look at all them fucking leftist scumbags asking stupid questions. If any of them had fucking any idea what the Constitution said, they wouldn't ask 99% of the dumb questions they ask. Well, anyway, he looked at it this way. They hired some jerk off that was going to be his boss, and he didn't want no part of it, so he left. So, and I'm surprised. I give him credit. All the times he had to go in front of all those leftist asshole reporters, not one time did he projectile vomit on them. And another thing I wanted to go over with is John McCain. Now, I always said he was a jerk off as a senator and he needs to go. And being that he's got brain cancer, he should go. But, just like Ted Kennedy, he's going to be the Republican establishment version of living proof that these people, their brains can rot out of their fucking heads and they can still maintain their post. You don't need a brain to do the job they do, and he's going to prove it, just like Ted Kennedy proved it. Fucking brain rots with cancer, and you don't have to go nowhere. You can sit there. He'll probably be dead for a few weeks before they even noticed that he's like not getting up at the end of Senate sessions. But I don't think he should be senator anymore. He should take what's left of his fucking brain and the days he's got left and spend them with family. And third thing, which is kind of sad, even more sad than John McCain because it affects our country and the citizens and their liberties. Now this is like going from 0 to 60, from really liking somebody to not liking somebody. I know Donald Trump said that he wouldn't have put him on as Attorney General, yes, Jeff Sessions, if he knew he would recuse himself for certain cases. Now I think he should do all the cases too. Eric Holder and that other fucking bitch, they never recuse themselves from anything. So I don't see what the big deal is. He needs to recuse himself. But the one thing I don't like, and when I heard this, I was shocked and I was appalled, and I went from great guy to jerk off in 2 seconds. He endorses civil asset forfeiture, which is a crock of unconstitutional government theft of its citizens. And that needs to stop. Our property is supposed to be secure no matter what. Read your Constitution. And it went from, you're a drug dealer, all your money went from drugs to buying your property, to, this is a case in New Jersey, it happened, I forget, maybe 10, 15 years ago. Guy's Hotel down here in South Jersey. There was, a drug deal here and there going on over the years. I think there was 14 over 10 years. Which was on par with all the other motels and hotels in the area. It wasn't a drug hotel. It wasn't anything in particular. But they targeted this owner and said, drugs were sold out of your hotel. We're seizing your hotel. Come to find out later, the reason he was targeted is because his hotel was owned outright by him, free and clear. And the law enforcement knew they could seize it and keep it without liens and other legal problems. So, this went from something that might have had good intentions to outright government and law enforcement theft, and it's gotta fucking stop. And stop fast. And anybody who endorses civil asset forfeiture is never going to get my vote or endorsement. I'd like to see Jeff Sessions fired and hit the road right now, unless he takes back that endorsement of civil asset forfeiture. It's a fucking disgrace. And that's what I really wanted to talk about. The things you find out about these people, it drives you crazy. You can't support a candidate in good faith anymore. We know all the leftists and Democrats are scum. You know 90% of the Republicans are scum. And every time you think you might have one there that could do you some good, you find out the skeleton in his closet is one of the things you can't stand. Now, I know everybody's not perfect. You can't have perfect candidates. But this is something that can't be overlooked. And everybody that listens to this, sees this, hears it, write to him, write to your senator, write to Trump, get it out there. Repost this if you have to. Make your own post. It's got to stop, because one day they will come for yours. You have children, and your child, you don't know it, gives his friend a dime bag off your back porch, and the wrong people see it, bye-bye house. Your kid smokes a joint in the car, bye-bye car. And it's not only your kids. You lend your car to your brother. You know, your in-laws come over. So, I mean, the littlest infractions, they could steal everything from you. This is not how our government's supposed to be, everybody. It's not. It needs to be dealt with. All right, I hope that's a little bit of food for thought, and I hope it brings some people to action, because it brings me to action. I've already did some writing and got my emails out there to say this is wrong and it's got to stop. Start with your congressmen and your senators. And Trump himself. Maybe it'll make it to him. You never know. All right, everybody. Have a good night and hope for a free and constitutional America.